Fame, passion, and heartbreak, three words that perfectly describe the extraordinary story of Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. For years, these two names have been linked together in ways that transcend television. Their on-screen chemistry in Erkenci Kuş, Daydreamer, created not only one of the most iconic love stories in Turkish drama history, but also a cultural phenomenon that spread far beyond Turkey's borders. Italy, Spain, Latin America, and even the United States fell under the spell of Can. Fans believed, dreamed, and debated endlessly about whether the fairy tale they watched on screen was alive behind the scenes. And now, in a revelation that has stunned the world, Can Yaman has made an emotional confession in Italy, a confession directed at none other than Demet Özdemir. The impact has been immediate and earth-shattering. Social media platforms erupted, Italian press dedicated headlines, and global fans flooded timelines with hashtags, reaction videos, and emotional tributes. It is not simply another celebrity story. It is a confession that reopened old wounds, reignited lost hopes, and reminded millions why they fell in love with Can and Demet's story in the first place. The fairy tale that started it all. Back in 2018, the world discovered a couple that seemed too perfect to be true. Demet Özdemir played the free-spirited Sanem, and Can Yaman embodied the charismatic Candivit. Together, they lit up television screens with a chemistry so powerful it became impossible to separate reality from fiction. Viewers swore that no acting could explain the intensity of their glances, the tenderness of their touches, the fire in their arguments, and the sweetness of their reconciliations. What followed was a global obsession. Can fan clubs spread across Italy, Spain, Brazil, and beyond. Airports flooded with screaming fans whenever Can landed for promotions. Demet became a household name across Europe. Their character's love story may have been scripted, but for millions, it felt real. And perhaps, as time would later reveal, it wasn't all fiction. The silence and the distance. As their careers soared, so did the pressure. Every interview was filled with questions about their relationship. Were they together? Did their chemistry continue off-screen? Smiles, laughter, and carefully chosen words kept the world guessing. Neither confirmed, neither denied. The silence was deafening, but the mystery only fueled the obsession. Then, the distance grew. Can embarked on an international career, finding unprecedented success in Italy. He became a star adored not only for his acting but also for his charm, philanthropy, and charisma. Demet, meanwhile, cemented her reputation in Turkey as a versatile actress, taking on complex roles and proving her talent again and again. Though their paths diverged, their names remained inseparable. The confession in Italy. It was during a recent appearance in Italy, a country that has embraced him as one of their own, that Can Yaman finally broke his silence. Before a crowd, with cameras rolling, he made a confession that no one expected. His voice was emotional, his tone raw, and his words pierced through the hearts of millions. There are loves that never leave you, he admitted. No matter how much time passes, no matter where life takes you. Demet is one of those loves. The audience gasped. Journalists scrambled. Fans online screamed, cried, and celebrated. In that single moment, Can confirmed what so many had always believed but never heard from his lips. It wasn't just admiration, it wasn't just nostalgia, it was love. A love that endured distance, fame, and silence. Social media explosion. Within minutes, Twitter trended worldwide with hashtags like #CanConfession, #WorldStunned, and #CanAmForever. Instagram flooded with edits of their most iconic moments, now paired with Can's words. TikTok users cried on camera, telling stories of how Can and Demet's love had inspired them. In Italy, the reaction was even more intense. Newspapers published headlines like, Can Yaman, the confession that shook Italy, and the truth about Demet Özdemir finally comes out. Morning shows dissected his every word. Italian fans, who had long adored Can, rallied behind him with even greater devotion. For them, this was more than gossip, it was history. Demet's side of the story. But what about Demet? According to insiders, she was blindsided by the confession. Though she has always been careful about addressing her past with Can, those close to her claim she was deeply moved. One friend allegedly revealed, Demet cried when she heard his words. Not because of pain, but because of the memories they brought back. She never expected him to admit it publicly. Demet herself has not made a direct statement, but her social media posts in the hours after the confession spoke volumes. She shared a cryptic message about truth always finding its way and posted a picture of a sunset that fans interpreted as symbolic. The silence is eloquent, and her fans know it. Demet is processing the storm that has just engulfed her life once again. The legacy of their love. What makes this confession so earth-shattering is not just the words themselves, but what they represent. For years, fans believed in Can Yaman as more than fiction. They dreamed that the love story they witnessed on screen was a reflection of something real. Can's confession confirms it. And in doing so, it rewrites the legacy of both stars. Now, their past is not just a rumor, it is truth. Their connection was not imagined, it was lived. And while the future remains uncertain, the confession ensures that their names will forever be linked in a way that transcends entertainment. The global aftershock. The ripple effects of this confession extend far beyond Italy. In Turkey, entertainment channels replayed the footage on loop, sparking heated debates about whether Can's words were a declaration of love or simply nostalgia. In Spain, magazines called it the love story of the century. In Latin America, where their series enjoys cult-like status, fans flooded forums with declarations of eternal support. And on social media, millions of fans united in what felt like a global celebration. Edits, fan art, and emotional tribute spread across platforms. It was as if the world collectively exhaled, finally hearing the truth they had waited for all these years. What happens next? This confession opens a new chapter, but one filled with questions. Will Can and Demet reunite, either personally or professionally? Will they collaborate on a new project, capitalizing on the tidal wave of demand? Or will this confession remain a bittersweet acknowledgement of a love that once was but may never return? Fans, of course, are already dreaming. Petitions for a reunion series have surfaced online, demanding that producers bring them back together. Some even speculate that Netflix or Disney Plus might step in, aware of the global impact of their chemistry. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of this confession is that it transcends projects, contracts, and even careers. It is about love, the kind that doesn't fade with time, the kind that survives distance, the kind that fans feel in their own hearts. A love that belongs to the world. Can Yaman's emotional confession to Demet Özdemir has reminded the world of why their story matters. It is not just about two actors. It is about hope, passion, and the belief that love, when real, never dies. Their journey has become a shared experience, one that millions feel personally invested in. And so, the story continues. Whether they reunite or remain apart, whether this confession leads to a new beginning or simply closes an old chapter, the world is watching. Stunned, captivated, and unable to look away. Because in the end, Can and Demet are more than stars. They are a reminder that even in the harsh light of fame, love can survive, confess, and shake the world to its core.